Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 8 Survival Multiplayer. Thank you JM3. Why have you got a wispy thing around you? Did you add that? I didn't notice that before. That's funny. Brilliant, thank you for that. I think this is his, JM3's head. Brilliant. What have you got? Okay. There's pretty decent armor right there. Again, I'm not going to be using any of this sort of stuff. What I will do is all of this stuff for now, I'm just going to lob up in my donation refined storage right here. So this has got an infinite storage part. I cheated these in, obviously, because I'm not going to use them. Ooh, lots of people have given me some new stuff as well. Ancient compass, block of emerald, light blue dye, love it. I should be using light blue instead of cyan. I will chuck. I'll keep that because this is really, really useful. I should probably make my own though, but no, I could make my own, but I like using this. So between episodes, I've done. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've shown this yet. If I run over here, first off, Matty's base, brilliant. And then there's my base, which I've done some stuff too. I just realised, like, just before I started recording now, I just realised that this is slithering colours, and I'm not 100% okay with it being slithering colours. So this might change. This might change colour at some point. I just need to find the time to do it, because right now it's, yeah, obviously green and grey. Not great. I'm thinking we go for the yellow, because I took the online test for Harry Potter like ages ago now, and it said that I was Hufflepuff, but then I took it like at the actual Harry Potter world in London, you know, where they've got like some of the sets and stuff. And it said I was Gryffindor, so I don't know what I am. Maybe I'm a bit of both, so maybe we'll have a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red in there. Who knows? Also, I've been getting through the food. Oh, yeah, it always puts this right at the top, so I need to stick it down the bottom again. But I've been chomping through the food. I think I've got well over one of these lines done now. That's the point. If I just do this and then stick this in, it should start over here and then just like go all the way down. But yeah, I think today I've got an idea. I want to get some flight, because this was a right pain in the bum trying to build without flight. So I don't know what kind of flight we should do. I kind of want something that I can stay in the air, because this is kind of flight, right? With the bounce and everything, but it's not the kind of flight that I like. And if I'm honest, I don't really want to get into Hexarai right now, because it does cause a few little issues on the server. Specifically, if you've got that dark chunk error, I should put this out there. The dark chunk error where there's like no light in the area, that is to do with Hexarai and some of the mahogany and stuff that they've got in that mod. But yeah, I think for now, what I'm planning on doing is, I know I said I wouldn't do it, but I'm going to break my promise and say I'm going to do some tech, because tech is my wheelhouse. Thank you for the sign, by the way, JM3. I'm going to cherish this forever. I'm going to put it right here. JM3's sign. Love it. Yeah, I'm going to break my promise and we're going to do some tech, because I like doing tech, and doing all this magic is awesome. I'm only going to do a little bit of tech, a tiny bit of tech, and that is we're going to get some flight with a jetpack and some flux networks and some power set up. So I've got a little guide on this on my channel already, which I always push people towards, because it's like something that I'm about to use for some early power in all the mods, and that is we're going to make a melon farm. So first off, we've got some melon seeds. That's perfect. I think we might have to update the melon farm, because they have nerfed botany pots So botany pots. They're now super, super slow, which is fine. It's just, yeah, I mean, we are on a server, so maybe it's a good idea to not do that. Ooh, yeah, this has been going the entire time. I can lock this now and put it in my system. Let's do that. So, oh, that would be in my backpack. So, locking tool and lock it, and then it's in the system. And now we can access that via our refined storage. So, undead. Perfect. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the melon power, we're going to update it to use some phytogenic thingies, whatever they're called. Phytos. No, that's not how you spell it. Genic. There you go. It's got H in it. Excellent. I should know that. So we're going to make one of those. You do need some lumium. And for lumium, you can use this recipe right here. Why does it say I've got no silver and no tin? I think I've got those two things, right? Is it not connected over here? Aluminium, zinc. That's interesting. Is this thing clogged up? Because I don't have tin. Special. So we've got tin there, we've got silver there. Perfect. Right. So these two are going to go right there and right there. And that tin is now going in here. I'm going to upgrade this quick and put some stack upgrades. There we go. Got ourselves stack upgrades. That should just make this go like rapid now. It's going to take a whole stack out each time and lob it in the storage controller we've got right here. Perfect. Right, now we could probably do some lumium. So phytogenic insulators. Let's bookmark that. Oh, I already had a bookmark. Brilliant. Let's do the tin, and we'll make one of these. I should set up some auto crafting at some point, but not quite yet. So lumium, we could just do this. Let's make some fire charges. We do have some blaze. How much blaze have we got? Yeah, there you go. 96. It's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. I'm quite happy with that, to be fair, because... Oh, yeah, I didn't actually make the thing that I was trying to make there. Let's make some fire charges. I'm only making fire charges for now, because it's quicker than setting up, like, a bunch of stuff. Have I not got any glowstone? I do have glowstone, it's just in block form. Right, let's break that. I should get 4 back, because we've got Fortune 5 now on our pickaxe. And we can make... That's all we actually need right there. So 1 and 2. Quickie, one of the redstone flux coils, and we get ourselves a phytogenic insulator. Now, this is definitely going to be some quests somewhere, right? Although it might not be, because they did add thermal expansion quite a lot later in the pack, which is why I didn't use any phytogenics in my single player Let's Play, because, well, they weren't in the pack when I started playing it. So anyway, we can use these phytogenics. I also need the cards. So at thermal, there's a card that wow, they've added like loads of different types of cards. I don't remember this. This must be an update. Thermal extra. Awesome. How do you make this? And what is this? Okay, I think it's this thing that I need. Okay, what does that... Okay, that goes up, that goes up. Interesting. Right, anyway, we'll make one of these. Is that the thing that I need? The reclamation chamber? I think it's reprocessor that I'm actually looking for. Oh, maybe it is a reclamation chamber. Interesting. Did they get rid of the creative? There was a creative upgrade that you could make with the ATM star shards. ATM. Oh no, it's still there. Creative flux efficiency. Yeah, this would be really good eventually, because we could put these in the phytogenics and it will make getting mystical like essences super, super quick. It would just be like rapid. So that might be a place where people start going. instead of using the ATM star for, well, they'll probably use it for power first, and then they'll use the... Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one now. Do you want more resources or do you want more power? I think power, because power makes sense for the... where is it? The antimatter that you need for the ATM star. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let's make some of these things from thermal reclamation thingies. I think I'm going to go for the basic tier for now. Is that the thing that I need? No, it's this one. This one's the default that you get. I think what this one does is... Well, let's grab this and I'll just plonk it down for now. You can see it needs some water. And you put a seed in here. And what happens is the seed just goes and produces whatever... Actually, show recipe. Let's go to... There you go. So in this case, it's a vibranium seed. You can give it a catalyst as well. So I think phyto grows a really good one. Extremely potent fertilizer. So what this does is it gives you the vibranium essence, plus it also gives you the seed, but it uses the seed right here. So what you do is you push this seed back in, or you use one of these, what they call the reclamation chamber thingies. And the reclamation chamber doesn't move the seed over to here, it just keeps it here. And that way you don't have to do any automations, you can just lob it in there. But anyway, what are we doing? We are making one of those right now. So what I can do with this is just lob it in the top there. And I think that's all we need. And it will stay in there because, I don't know, oh, I needed that. Melon. There we go. So now whenever I put the melon seed in here, it will just give us melons, I believe. Let's have a look, see what it says in phytogenic. There you go. So it'll give us the melon, but the seed will just stay where it is, which is awesome. So I'm going to set this up, and we're going to set some power up for this as well. I'm going to go for the cheapest power that we can, which is a Stirling dynamo. It's the regular old Stirling dynamo because... Oh, that's not good. I didn't mean to make those. Okay, we'll do not that recipe. Let's do this recipe. No, not this recipe. Flipping heck. That one. I'm going to do this one because once we've got it set up properly, it will just power itself. So we just need to like prime it with a bit of power. So for now, I'm going to set up this Stirling dynamo for the metallurgic infuser. And we are just going to stick in 8 carbon, 8 coal we just had. Put in some iron. We're going to turn this into steel. I know we could do the other recipe, but this is cheaper on everything, right? I am also going to turn some of these osmiums into... Basically, I'm trying to make the enrichment chamber because it makes everything cheaper. So might as well make that. I do have some cables already, so I can use those. So I can use this to power multiple items, multiple machines. This does only give off 40 RF per tick, but that should be fine. I am going to need a crusher. And that'll crush down the melons, or the melon slices. We'll get into that in a sec. Let's have a look at mechanism. Mech. Not Mac, mech. So where's the machines at? So that's all the factories. Let's look for... So we got a crusher. We also need the pressurized reaction chamber. Oh, why'd you do that? Erg. Where'd you go? There it is. Pressurized reaction chamber. We need an electrolytic separator. And we need some gas burning generators. That's all we need. Gas... burning generators, one of those. We might make a couple of these, depending. And we also need some sort of pipe to get the water out of a sink. So, oh, hello, that's not the sink I wanted to bookmark, this sink. So, whilst this... Oh, actually, I'll wait for this to finish, and I'll put these back through, and that makes us some steel dust. But whilst that finishes, let's grab some... clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will stick this in here. I'm making some more charcoal right now. So let's grab those out, put those back in. And then that should clog the system up, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, there it is, terracotta. Didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. We'll get some terracotta. And then I will take this terracotta, we'll make ourselves a sink, and then I'm going to go find a little area just... It's going to be a just for now area, and I will rip down this whole power setup later on. Right, I am going to go down to bedrock, and we are going to get ourselves some flux dust, and we're going to get into flux networks like as soon as possible. Right, here we go. So I'm going to put the obsidian down. We are going to lob this and turn off my magnet really quick. And then you punch it and you get yourself some flux dust. Now, luckily I can do a /home and we can get up here. And then with this, flux networks. Is there a quest for this? Because if there's a quest, that would be super useful for us. Basic power. Anything in here for... Ah, there it is. Oh, you have to accept it. That's so annoying. I'm really not a fan of you having to accept it. The ally that started it all. We get a little bit more of that, and we get a random reward of lapis. That's actually not bad. We could do with some lapis. Already got an infused alloy. That's good to see. Next up, it wants us to make some flux cores, which we can do, and one of these flux blocks. So that is an Eye of Ender. Let's quickly make an Eye of Ender. That makes us some flux cores, which is part of the quest, so it'll ping up in the corner there. That is a flux block. That completes the quest. So what do we get from that? Okay, more of those. Then we need a flux plug, which is actually what we were going for anyway, so it's all good. So we need another Ender Eye, which is all fine. And then flux plug. So this is what we're going to use to basically put power into our system. I'm really hoping that they give us... Ooh, nice. I just get some silicon. Oh, not many, but it's still good. I'm hoping that they give us a... Thank you very much. Where is it? Wireless charging. Ah, you do have to make one of these. I didn't want to make one because reasons. And then we can use flux points for powering stuff later on. Why are you not letting me accept that? That's very weird. I don't think I'm going to get into flight or anything today. I'm just going to set power up. I think that's a good goal to hit. That's the plan, at least. So I did just get some steel. So let's have a look. Steel. I added it to a drawer over here. So there's the steel right there. Got a little bit. So now what I can do is make myself this enrichment chamber. I did just realize actually I can't do that yet because I need to get the osmium. Did I already put them in? No. Yeah, that's empty. Cool. Right. Redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need some osmium. 1, 2. So this will make us some of the basic, what are they called? The basics. Basic control circuits. This does take a while. Why are you not being powered properly? You're going down with power. I swear I put like a bunch of fuel in you before, but just in case, let's stick a bit more fuel in there. That'll power you up. It doesn't like taking the fuel out of the buffer for some reason. That's very weird. But yeah, once we've got these, then I can make myself the enrichment chamber and then not feel bad about like wasting resources. I know it's like a minuscule amount of resources, but redstone's kind of difficult to find right now. Saying that, we do have the redstone site right here. It only gives you 5 minutes. Interesting. So you put 15 minutes in and you only get 5 out. But it is more like granular. You can use like 3 minutes, or you could use literally like 10 seconds here, 10 seconds there. Because you can turn the... In fact, let's go use this in the mine whilst that finishes up down there. Okay, I don't actually need to use it right here. I could just vein mine this thing. The server is a little bit full up right now. There's a ton of people. I don't feel bad either about mining this stuff now that I've got Fortune 5. Fortune does go up above 5 in all the mods 8. Just putting that out there. So, did I see a creeper? There was a creeper down there. Brilliant. So we can activate this and look at how many redstone there is. There's like some right up here. And there's a good amount over there. Let's go over there. Wait, did I hear that there's a square tunnel 3x3 now? Oh, is that what it is? Large tunnel. There you go. So that'll do 64 blocks, but in a 3x3. Hey, that's what I like to see. And we can do the same up here. I did turn this off, didn't I? Interesting. Maybe that's something to do with the server. But I'm up for that. Let's go back up to shapeless. Whoa, okay. Shapeless. There should be like a decent amount of redstone that we've got. Let's have a look. When we actually pick it up. Flipping heck, right. That's all we need right now. I'm still deciding what I need to do on the base as well. So if anyone's got any like ideas or tips would be really useful. So anyway, that should be done now. A simple circuit. Oh, quests. I always try and remind myself that I need to do the quests, but I always forget. So, yeah, we can get a bit more cable. I'm up for that. We got some infused alloy. That's really good. We've got 4 infused alloy. Love it. Wow, so we got, let's have a look. It wants us to make the heat generator. There's not really any point in making this. It doesn't give you amazing power. It's decent power, I suppose. It's like starter power. I could have made this instead of the thing from Immersive Engineering, but I didn't for some reason. Anyway, we can get rid of that. So we'll get a little bit of osmium out of it. We'll get some more infused alloy. Always good. Bit of redstone, bit more redstone, all perfect. Oh, we got a bucket. I'm happy about that because no, we got loads of iron now. It doesn't really matter. The next thing on the block though is this enrichment chamber, which we already have in our sights. So that's a good one. And that gave us some more infused alloy and some raw iron, and we can see this now. If we stick this raw iron in, let's go raw, we can see it go down eventually. Someone's been using my elevators. See, it just went down to 2. That's because it's been fed into this. And then that is being fed over here. So you can see that it's being smooshed. And then it should go into this chest, and then this chest gets fed into, I believe, this chest. And then this chest gets smelted. Well, it goes through the furnace, gets smelted up, puts into this chest. And then that goes into this storage controller, which then goes into this over here. Lovely. I should really change these to be compacting drawers. I just realized for all of my ingots and like the dust and stuff, they should all be compacting drawers. Interesting. Right. Anyway, now that we've got this, I don't feel so bad about making things. So we don't have a sink, which is fine because we just got ourselves a bucket. So I could stick that in the middle. There is the sink that we need. We don't specifically need a enrichment chamber right now, but I'm actually going to make 2 because you need one for the pressurized reaction chamber. Plus you need a bunch of other stuff for this. So I think what my plan now is I'm going to... Waiting for server. Wow, that was a long time. Flipping heck. I wonder what the TPS is. There is a ton of people online, so that makes sense. But I think the plan now is to probably maybe get some speed and energy upgrades. So from mechanism, upgrade. Speed upgrade, energy upgrade. They're just going to be super useful for us making more power later on. Especially the energy ones and, well, actually the speed ones too. Maybe some muffling upgrades. They're not needed, I suppose, but I would rather use muffling upgrades rather than using the muffler. Just because if there's something in the mod and it's like you need to use these resources to shut this thing up, I would rather use that. So, anyway, right, let's crack on and I will crack out every single one of these right here. Get rid of those. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this is why I'm doing this. It's because the Enrichment Chamber can enrich coal into enriched coal. And then the enriched coal can be used as 8 times the regular thing. So enriched, is it enriched carbon I think this makes? It's in here somewhere, but when this comes through I'll show you what this says. So just a reminder, as you've just seen already, if I put 1 coal in, I have to put 2 in because this goes in twice. But that makes 20 carbon, 1 coal makes 20 carbon. Whereas one of these enriched, there you go, infusing efficiency, that's exactly what it is. So, as we just saw, it just said one of these equals 10, whereas one of these equals 80. So that's the plan right there, is we're just going to chuck all of these enriched carbon in. You can kind of see why I wanted to make this, maybe I should make a second metallurgic infuser, make some speed upgrades, because it's kind of slow. Although, to be fair, it doesn't need to be quick, because we are on a server, so I could just leave this for a bit, and it'd be alright. It's in my chunk load, so it's all good. So I'm not just going to go idle, I am going to do stuff whilst this like processes, but you need some gold and iron dust. Apparently I've got a bunch of osmium dust. Maybe dust. I do for some reason. I must have pulled that out by accident at some point and not put it back in the processing. But luckily, we can use just an ingot with a hammer and it turns it into dust. So what I've done is I've turned off the pulling auto input. So it's not auto inputting from this chest anymore because the modular router does pull it out from over there and put it in this chest. So we can get... This is only going to get a... No, this is going to get a 6. I don't know why I decided 6. Sounded like a good number. We need... we need 1 for each gas burning generator. I'm going to do 2 gas burning generators to begin with. And we also need 1 for the electrolytic separator. Maybe I was thinking it's 2 per. That's why I've got 6. I don't know, but we can at least take 3 of these. And we can make ourselves... I did just realise that these are infused alloys, which we don't have many of right now. Yeah, we can make 2. So we can make the gas burning once we've got the steel. And we can make the electrolytic separator once we've got the infused alloy. So it's good that we got these cores though. Now that there is a sword. Oh, and Valanov, don't forget to get some milk. Okay, I've changed tack a little bit. I've got a second metallurgic infuser, and I'm trying to make 32 of the alloys, the ones that pop out right here, because with that we can make 8 speed upgrades and 8 energy upgrades. So I'm starting with the energy upgrades because that means that we're using less power. This thing has turned off, so I need to give it more fuel. Brilliant. I'm crushing up some more gold dust because I didn't know how much I'd need. But yeah, we've got a bunch right there. And I'm completely dumb, and I thought that the speed upgrades were iron, but they're not, are they? They're the osmium, but I have a bunch of osmium already, so that's pretty good. I also accepted the quest for getting an enriched, and got some more enriched carbons, that's pretty good. Pressurized reaction chambers coming soon. It kind of like puts you in the right direction with this whole setup right here. That should probably be like here or with the electrolytic separator, but yeah, I'm glad that that's actually a quest now. So that's pretty good. Has this got? It's got 10 carbon. Okay, we can put that back in. I must have miscalculated then. That's interesting. When this is out of redstone, I'll probably start doing it in this one because I've got a couple of speed upgrades in this as well. I've got 1 speed upgrade. But as I said, I'm trying to get all the energy upgrades in first, and then I'll put the speed upgrades in. So it will use, I believe, 40 RF when it's like fully upgraded. Well, when it's got all of the speed upgrades and the energy upgrades. So, ooh, that's pretty good. We got a little bit right there. This enriched iron we will convert into steel dust once I am done upgrading this thing so it's rapid. If you haven't got your power all set up yet, you can use redstone like this and it will give you half a bar of charge. I think it's half a bar, or is it 4k FE? I think it's 4k. I don't know, maybe I should try it in this one, because this one is missing like a bunch. If I put a little bit in like that, yeah, it was about, I think, 4k right there. So we don't need to use this right now. I'm basically waiting for this to run out of charge, so then, or run out of redstone, so then I can move it over to here. This one is sucking up a little bit of energy, because I'm trying to make some enriched right there like that. I want this one to finish, like right now. Okay, whoops. That's not at all how much it's going to use. It's going to use 200 RF per tick, which is fine, because I'm going to look into making one of these advanced solars. I could make the windmill. I think everybody on the server has made a windmill at some point. One of these bad boys. Yeah, we could do this. We could definitely make a windmill right now. There we go, got a wind generator. Now, that was also a quest. Excellent, we'll do that. I was looking through all the food quests as well. I did get a few there. What do we get from that? Oh, yes. We need these alloys, so that's good. And then if I use my plug from earlier... where did I put it? Flux. Interesting. I swear I made a flux plug, didn't I? That will give us a couple of quests again. I don't know what happened there. It was probably something to do with the server. Did I just get a wind... I flipping did, didn't I? That is funny right there. We managed to get another wind generator from that. Brilliant. Right, anyway, what we can do is we can pop back upstairs. I've moved my elevator, so it's right here. Got some cables on me, so that'll feed into this. Wow, there's a lot. Let's make a new network. How do I make a new network? That's the question. Create new network. There we go. And I will say private for now. There you go. So that is now on my network. I have got bounce still, so I can land without taking any damage. And we can get rid of this, and I can just put a flux plug, or flux point, sorry, down like that. Can I just type in Pilpoh and it will come up? No. There we go. So that is draining 300 right now. Nah, okay, it is not running efficiently right now because this is running out of power. That's annoying. Cthulhu monster just ran over and gave me a bubble blower. I love it. What's this from? Supplementary. There we go. Got our power set up ready. I'm just going to slap it down here for now. So we need a crusher. We need to put the power upgrades in the crusher. The crusher doesn't need to go that quick. So that's why I'm just doing that one there. We need some pressurized reaction chamber goodness right here. I also need to put this down somewhere. I think what I'll do for now, there we go, when the server catches up, I'm going to stick the sink right there. And I'm going to have the phyto. Oh yeah, I forgot about the phyto. Let's go grab that. So we're going to stick this. I kind of want it next to this. So if we put it like here, and that way I can... Wow. Come on, server, wake up. Did you not register that? There we go. So if I stick it... No, not there. That is where I want my sink. Oh, the struggle is real. There we go. Sink goes right there. That goes on top. We can set this to configure, pull from the bottom. And I put my melon seed in here. You can see it's already pulling all the water out, so you don't need to think about that. That will put melons straight into here. That is a point. We don't want to put melons in here. You know what I'm going to do? Drawer. I'm going to make a compacting drawer for this really quick. In fact, we don't need this compacting drawer. We can use the simple compacting drawer. So let's do one of those. Simple compacting drawer. Lovely. So I can get this to push to the top, and then you know what we're going to use instead of pipes? Obviously a modular router. Flipping heck, this isn't that quick either. I don't know, maybe I stick a botany pot on top as well. Oh, silly me, this is not the correct one. I needed to make this one. You can see where I got confused though, right? Because they're both arrows. Weird. See, this is why I wanted the muffler upgrade, because this thing is loud. I did get some melons out of that, and it does push up into here. Although I just realised I just took the power off of that one. Brilliant. That should be fine. Right, so that one is making us some... Is it going to push out to this side? Biofuel. And that should go into here, but it won't yet because it needs... Okay, let's grab my flux point. Did I actually pick it up? What's going on? Okay, it's taking its sweet time. Let's stick that there. What are you making on that side? So I need hydrogen. I need blue. We'll set this one to dumping excess because I don't need oxygen right now. So I need blue to be on gases. Output blue goes into this side. So that is getting hydrogen. It was hydrogen that I needed, right? Hydrogen, biofuel makes substrate and ethylene. Lovely. Right. So that is auto eject on. That should be putting into here if I've set this up right. I have not. Excellent. I can actually get rid of all of these. And then gases, you are going out the front. Auto eject on. So as soon as this finishes, we should get a little bit of ethylene, which will power both of these. And for now, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then we can wrap it over the top and we can forget about it just for now, because that's just going to produce some power for us. So I do need a few more of these. Let's try that. How much steel did I make? I must have made over the amount that I needed. So one there, one there, one there, and one there. And this should power itself. Obviously I'll tidy this up between episodes, and I'll probably find a little home for it as well. I put some bone meal in here, but that should all be powering everything we need. I did forget to put all the upgrades in. I put the upgrades in the crusher, but not in here. And in the electrolytic. And I am going to speed these two up, which is going to cost more power, but I think that's fine. Yeah, there you go. That's going to make loads of hydrogen for us, and then that's also going to make... I forgot about the substrate. I need to pull that out somehow. So if we get another drawer. I just want a regular drawer. Thank you very much. Stick that on the back and get that to push all the items out the back. So items, let's do back, output, on. And that's going to push substrate into here. We can put a void upgrade on this because we're not going to use substrate for ages now. And we can actually tap into this with our flux plug. That din is going to drive me mental, so we are going to silence everything. Oh, the sweet release. Oh, I need to silence these two as well at some point. But that is where we are going to call it for today, because we are getting a good amount of RF coming through this. I think it's like 600 right now, because I haven't put any like proper upgrades, and also the cables can't transfer that much. I think it says on there, universal capacity. Okay, maybe it doesn't say on there, but basically it doesn't transfer that much. So I do need to upgrade these cables. But I think that's one for next time, because this is already getting really long. So apologies. But anyway, let's call it there. So thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.